Good morning students. In the previous class we had studied about cerebral palsy. Sorry, what is cerebral palsy? Everything we have completely studied in that. So now we'll start with the next topic, that is convulsions. So what is convulsions? So convulsions, it is usually the involuntary contraction of the voluntary muscles. Okay, convulsions are usually the involuntary contractions of the voluntary muscles. It occurs due to disturbance of the brain functions. Okay, it occurs due to disturbance of the brain functions due to abnormal excessive electrical impulses from the brain. Okay, due to abnormal excessive electrical impulses from the brain. So normally, so in this video I will be dealing with convulsive disorders. So in that we'll see first is what is convulsions. So convulsions, it is the involuntary contraction of the voluntary muscles that usually occurs due to impairment in the brain functions, and also due to like excessive electrical impulses. Okay, so that is usually due to abnormal excessive electrical impulses from the brain. So convulsions are more common in infants and children. Okay, convulsions are more common in infants and children. So convulsions, it is also called as seizures. Okay, convulsions, it is also called as seizures. So what is that? So convulsions, it is nothing but the involuntary contraction of the voluntary muscles. So this is usually occurring due to disturbance in the brain function that occurs due to abnormal excessive electrical impulses from the brain. So this convulsions usually occurs is commonly seen in infants and children, and is also called as seizures. Okay, it is also called as seizures. So next is classification of convulsions. So classification, it is usually classified into febrile convulsions. So it is mainly classified into febrile convulsions, and this febrile convulsions, it is again classified into typical febrile convulsions and atypical febrile convulsions. So classification, it is usually classified into like febrile convulsions and atypical, and this febrile convulsions again classified into atypical febrile convulsions and typical febrile convulsions. So in case of first is febrile convulsions. So in this febrile convulsions, this is the underlying cause for the convulsions. Okay, this is the underlying cause for the convulsions. So that is usually associated with fever. Okay, it is mainly associated with fever as well as CNS infection. Okay, fever as well as CNS infection. So this is most common cause of convulsion. Okay, this febrile convulsion, it is the most common cause of convulsions in early childhood. Okay, it is the most common cause of convulsions in early childhood. So that is usually febrile convulsions. It is usually the common cause of this convulsions. So this is usually has accompanied with fever and CNS infection. So this is the most common cause of convulsions in the early childhood. So that is usually there will be increase in the body temperature rather than degree of temperature. So there will be increase in the body temperature rather than the degree of temperature. So that is usually about this febrile convulsions. So febrile convulsions, it is the most common cause of this convulsions, which is seen in early childhood, and this is associated with fever and CNS infection. So this is usually accompanied with a increase in the body temperature rather than degree of temperature. Like increase in the body temperature rather than degree of temperature. So that is usually about this febrile convulsions. So next is usually different types of febrile convulsions. They include atypical as well as typical febrile convulsions. So in that we will see what is this typical febrile convulsion. So typical febrile convulsions usually occurs like for 10 minutes. Okay, it will be present for 10 minutes, that is less than 10 minutes. So that is usually occurs between 6 months to 5 years of children. Okay, it usually occurs between 6 months to 5 years of children. So that is, so this convulsions, that is atypical febrile convulsion. So it is typical febrile convulsions. So this is usually occurs. The seizures usually will be present for less than 10 minutes, and it is usually seen that they will be like it is commonly seen in the children that is below 6 months, like above 6 months to 5 years old children. So this occurs within 24 hours of the onset of fever. Okay, it occurs within 24 hours of the onset of fever. So that is usually, and also does not reoccur. Okay, once it is occurred, like if it is occurred, then again it does not reoccur within 12 to 24 hours. Okay, it does not reoccur within 12 to 18 hours. Okay, 12 to 18 hours. Okay, that is febrile convulsions. So what is febrile convulsions? So febrile convulsions, that is usually like the seizures are usually seen for, it will be present for less than 10 minutes, and this is usually seen in children above 6 months to 5 years old. And here it is usually what happens, it occurs within 24 hours of the fever, and once it is occurred, it will not reoccur for 12 to 18 hours. So that is typical febrile convulsions. So next is atypical febrile convulsions. In case of this atypical febrile convulsions, it remains for more than 20 minutes. It remains for more than 20 minutes. The convulsions usually remains for more than 20 minutes, and usually they might be having fever or might not be having fever. Okay, they might be having fever or might not be having fever. And the CSF study, in this it is abnormal. Okay, CSF study, it is usually abnormal, and this is usually seen after 2 weeks of the attack. Okay, after 2 weeks of the attack. So that is usually atypical febrile convulsion. So atypical febrile convulsions, in this usually the convulsions will be present for 20 minutes, more than 20 minutes. Fever may be present or may not be present, and CSF study, when it is doing, it will be showing abnormal. EEG or ECG also will have abnormal findings. Okay, ECG will also have abnormal findings, and this is usually seen 2 weeks after the birth or after the attack. So that is usually about this atypical febrile convulsion. So what is convulsions? What is convulsions? Convulsions is the involuntary contractions of the voluntary muscles. This is commonly seen in children and infants. It is commonly seen in children and infants. So there are different types of convulsions. So first is febrile convulsions. So febrile convulsions, it is usually convulsions which is associated with fever and CNS infection. So this is usually common cause in the childhood. So where only body temperature will be increased rather than degree of temperature. So this is again classified into typical febrile convulsions and atypical febrile convulsions. So in case of typical febrile convulsions, again case of typical febrile convulsions, so in this usually what happens, it occurs less than 10 minutes. Okay, it usually occurs less than 10 minutes. Okay, it usually occurs less than 10 minutes, and it generally occurs in the children with 6 months to 5 years old child, and this is usually seen that it usually occurs within 24 hours of the onset of fever, and it does not reoccur within 12 to 18 hours. So next is atypical febrile convulsion. So in case of this atypical febrile convulsions, you can see that they might be like convulsions will be present for more than 20 minutes. They may be having fever or might not be having fever, and also it is seen that the cerebral CSF study will be having abnormal findings, as well as ECG will show abnormal findings, and this is seen 2 weeks after the attack. Okay, this is seen 2 weeks after the attack. Okay, this is the main classification, this is febrile classification. So next is international classification also is there. Okay, international classification is also there. We'll see what are the classification of C convulsions which is present under this international classification. In that, first is generalized seizures. Okay, the first is generalized seizures. So in case of this generalized seizures, onset will start at any age. Okay, onset will start at any age, but the main clinical features will be seen. It is affecting the one side of the cerebral hemisphere. Okay, the main symptoms usually can be seen. It affects the one side of the cerebral like impairment. Okay, it usually includes like involvement of both the cerebral hemispheres. Okay, sorry, there will be involvement of both the hemisphere, and the consciousness will be impaired in this. Okay, consciousness will be impaired in this. So that is generalized seizures. So in case of generalized seizures, onset of this usually starts at any age, and when study is seen that it affects both the cerebral hemisphere and consciousness is impaired. Okay, consciousness is impaired. So that is generalized seizures. So next is tonic-clonic seizures. So the next type is tonic-clonic seizures. So this is also called as, this is formerly called as grand mal seizures. Okay, this was formerly called as grand mal seizures. So in this usually what happens, there will be activity will be impaired, as well as the consciousness will be impaired in this. So that is usually about this tonic-clonic phase. Okay, in this tonic-clonic phase, previously it was formerly called as grand mal seizures. Here what is happening, the activity will be impaired, as well as the consciousness will be impaired. Okay, the consciousness will be impaired. So that is usually about this tonic-clonic phase or seizures. So next is atonic seizures. Okay, next is atonic seizures. So in case of this atonic seizures, so that is usually they will be having loss of postural tone. Okay, they will be having loss of postural tone, impairment of consciousness, confusion will be there, as well as lethargy. So in this atonic seizures, it is usually like where they will be having loss of postural tone, impairment in the consciousness, lethargic, as well as confusion. So that is usually about this atonic seizures. Okay, when a person gets atonic seizures, so he will be losing his consciousness, posture will be disturbed, he will be lethargic, as well as he will be confused. So that is usually about this atonic seizures. So next is myoclonic seizures. So in case of this myoclonic seizures, so in this mainly they will be having random contractions of the muscles. Okay, they will be having random contractions of the muscles. This can occur in both sides of the body. Okay, this can occur in both sides of the body, or it can occur in single side. Okay, or it can occur in the single side. So they will be having impaired consciousness in this also. Okay, they will be having impaired consciousness in this also. So that is myoclonic seizures. So in case of this myoclonic seizures, so what is happening in this it is, so they will be having random contraction of the muscles. Okay, they will be having random contraction of the muscles, and this is usually seen in both side of the muscles or one side of the muscles, and this is usually along with this they will be having impairment in the consciousness. Okay, along with this they will be having impairment in the consciousness. So that is myoclonic seizures. So next is absence seizures. Okay, next is absence seizures. So in case of this absence seizures, it was usually called as previously petit mal seizures. Okay, it was formerly called as petit mal seizures. So that is usually what happened. They'll be having brief episodes of altered consciousness. Okay, they'll be having brief episodes of altered consciousness. Muscle activity is not involved, and then also they'll be having like eyelid will be fluttering. Okay, eyelid will be fluttering, and also this absence seizures will be like present for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, it will be present for 5 to 10 seconds per day. Okay, so that is absence seizures. It is formerly called as petit mal seizures. So here what is happening is that so they will be having impaired consciousness, muscle activity will be reduced, as well as they will be having eye like it will be rapidly fluttering, and this will be present for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, it will be present for 5 to 10 seconds. That is absence seizures. So next is partial seizures. Okay, the next is partial seizures. So in case of this partial seizures, this also occurs at any age. Okay, it can also occurs at any age. So but usually the function it usually seen that, or the clinical symptom that is usually feature that is seen in this partial seizures is that so they will be in like limited functioning. Okay, they will be limited functioning, and this limited functioning will be seen in one hemisphere. Okay, this limited functioning will be seen in one hemisphere of the brain. Okay, so they will be having limited functioning, and the functioning which is present will be seen in the one hemisphere of the brain. So that is usually about this thing. So due to this what happens, the symptoms usually occurs at the one side of the body. Due to this the symptoms usually occurs at the one side of the body. So that is partial seizures. So partial seizures usually starts at any age. Okay, it usually starts at any age. The clinical features suggest that there is limited functioning at the one side of the brain. Okay, they will be having limited functioning in one side hemisphere of the brain. Due to this symptoms also it is seen that it will be affected only one side of the body. The symptoms usually also appears to the one side of the body. So that is usually about the partial seizures. So next is simple partial seizures. Okay, the next is simple partial seizures. So in case of the simple partial seizures, so that is usually what happens. So there is no change in the level of consciousness. Okay, there is no change in the level of consciousness, but the symptoms usually includes is that they will be having odd taste. Okay, they will be having odd taste, or smell will be there. Odor smell will like they will be having odd smell, and also they will be having abdominal discomfort, unexplained feelings of fear. So that is usually other, and this will be present only for 20 seconds. Okay, this type of that is simple partial seizures will be present for 20 seconds. So what is the simple partial seizures? Like consciousness, it is not altered. Okay, so there will be alteration in the consciousness. Other than that, the other symptoms that can be seen in this, it is usually abdominal discomfort will be there, unexplained fear will unexplained fear will be there, bad odor from the mouth, as well as odor and also they will be having odd taste in the mouth. So this is usually the symptoms that is usually seen in case of simple partial seizures. Okay, in case of simple partial seizures. So that is usually about the simple partial seizures. So next is complex partial seizures. Okay, the next is complex partial seizures. So in case of this complex partial seizures, so what is happening is that it might be benign with or without, it can be benign. Okay, this complex partial seizures, it can be benign. Symptoms it includes is that impaired consciousness. Consciousness will be impaired, so that is usually common. Mental status will be altered, and also the feelings of unreality develops. The feelings of unreality develops, and the memory will be disturbed. Okay, the memory will be disturbed. So usually that is usually about this thing. The symptoms usually includes in this complex partial seizures is that they will be having consciousness will be impaired, then their mental status will be disturbed. Okay, mental status will be disturbed, and also their mental status will be disturbed, and they will be having feelings of detachment. Okay, they will be having feelings of detachment. So that is usually about this complete partial seizures. So this is about this international classification of seizures. In that first is generalized seizures. So in case of the generalized seizures can occur in any age, but it usually affects both the cerebral hemisphere, and it is usually consciousness is impaired. So this is tonic-clonic state seizures. So tonic-clonic seizures, it is usually called as grand mal seizures, and this is usually where there will be impairment of the consciousness as well as, and also they will be having impairment of the consciousness as well as the impairment in the activity. So next is atonic seizures. So in case of atonic seizures, it is usually what is happening is that they will be having impairment in the consciousness. They will be having impairment of the consciousness, but postural tone also will be disturbed, lethargy will be there, and the person will be confused. So next is myoclonic seizures. So myoclonic seizures, it is usually they'll be having random contraction of the muscles. So they'll be having random contraction of the muscles. So that is usually there. So next is absent seizures. So absent seizures will be present for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, it will be present for 5 to 10 seconds. So here also they will be having impairment in the consciousness. They will be having impairment in the consciousness, and also the eyelid will be fluttering. The eyelid will be fluttering. So next is partial seizures. This can occur in any part of the age, and it usually occurs in the one cerebral hemisphere, and the symptoms usually affect the one side of the body. Next is simple partial seizures. So in this usually what is happening, the level of consciousness is disturbed, and also they will be having odd taste, odd smell, as well as discomfort, that is abdominal discomfort, and unexplained feelings of fear. Okay, unexplained feelings of fear. So that is usually there. So next is complex partial seizures. So next is complex partial seizures. So in case of this complex partial seizures, what is happening is that here mainly they will be having impaired consciousness, mental status will be disturbed. Okay, mental status will be disturbed, and due to this what happened, will not be able, like due to this usually what happened, mental status disturbed, and also they will be having unreality detachment. Okay, they will be having feelings of unreality detachment. So this is usually about this complex partial seizures, and this is usually about this types of convulsions. Okay, this is usually about this types of convulsions.